Have you ever had the thought that the more advanced a civilization becomes, the more human survival skills tend to decline? Take, for example, when you compare the characteristics of generations born from the 1700s to Generation Alpha. Each birth cycle is typically divided into around 30 to 45 years. There are terms like the Greatest Generation, Silent Generation, Baby Boomers, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, and Alpha. Many claim that the newest generations are superior to the ones before them. In my opinion, that's not true. How could that be? Isn't it true that knowledge in previous eras was more limited? Plus, technology wasn't as modern as it is today? The answer actually lies in the development of that very technology. Rapid technological advancement can lead to a decline in human thinking abilities. Moreover, the rise of AI, artificial intelligence usage in recent times, may also decrease human survival skills. Why? Because human motor skills can decline if people rely too much on technology, especially AI. On the other hand, many also label Gen Z and Alpha as the sandwich generation or strawberry generation, who are quick to seek healing, implying that Gen Z is weak. Is that true? That's also not accurate. Why? Before answering that, we need to look at the environment we've grown up in. Look around you. Observe the media you consume. And lastly, pay attention to government policies, especially those related to education and our cultural values over the years. From my observation, the idea of a strawberry or sandwich generation never truly existed. These labels emerged because previous generations failed to create a healthy growth environment, particularly at the governmental level. Why does it go up to the government level? Because we must remember, the environment is broad, from family level to national level. Right now, we can see that a poor developmental environment has resulted in a weaker next generation. Even upgrading teacher quality at any level won't change the outcome. Why? Because the growth environment is the dominant factor influencing future generations. Honestly, our beloved country's culture is becoming increasingly feudalistic. Mysticism and superstition still persist today. Moreover, materialism and greed often dominate, whether on social media or television. This cannot be separated from the older generations who continue to pretend to enjoy the feudalism upheld by a select few. So, we can conclude that no generation is inherently better than another. It is a natural law that newer generations experience a decline in motor skills due to the extensive use of technology and the rise of AI. However, their intellectual knowledge and capacity are broader than those of previous generations, thanks to a wider range of accessible knowledge. Older generations, on the other hand, were superior in motor skills, likely because technology didn't evolve as rapidly back then. Generations before Gen Z faced challenges in the form of hardship and scarcity, while Gen Z and beyond face challenges in the form of ease and an abundance of advanced facilities. Both are equally difficult in their own way. Why do generations now often blame each other? It happens because earlier generations sometimes forget that the quality of future generations reflects the behavior of the preceding ones. Furthermore, the early introduction of technology and the failure of previous generations to filter the overwhelming flow of information are also contributing factors. How we behave and how we shape the growth environment will undoubtedly affect future generations. That is a natural law that cannot be denied. The role of government in forming a positive developmental environment is massive. If successful, a strong future generation can be expected. If not, we'll continue to see the emergence of strawberry or sandwich generations.